In the wake of the Harvey Weinstein sexual misconduct scandal, women and men alike have been more vocal about speaking out against unwanted sexual advances and contact. The accusations have been many, and the reaction and fallout has been swift across the industry. Getty Images. Brett Ratner. 6 women have accused the director and producer of sexual misconduct, including Olivia Munn and Natasha Henstridge. Ratner's lawyer says no woman has ever requested or received any financial settlement from Ratner. Fallout. Ratner chose to personally step away from all Warner Brothers related activities, and Playboy put Ratner's biopic about Hugh Hefner on hold. Ratner has filed a libel lawsuit against one of his accusers, Melanie Color. Getty Images. James Chewbacca. Hundreds of women contacted an LA Times reporter to accuse Chewbacca of sexual harassment and assault, including Selma Blair, Rachel McAdams, Julianne Moore and Katarina Skorson. Fallout. Just before the LA Times story broke, Chewbacca told Rolling Stone that anyone who has accused him is a lying sucker or C, or both. Chewbacca and Harvey Weinstein are both under investigation by the Beverly Hills Police Department. Getty Images. Mark Halperin sexually harassed 5 women while political director at ABC News over a decade ago. A 6th woman, journalist Emily Miller, said she was attacked by him. Fallout. NBC News terminated Halperin's contract as a special contributor. Showtime, which airs Halperin's show, The Circus, cut ties with the journalist, and CAA dropped him from their client list. Halperin issued a lengthy public apology. Getty Images. Kevin Spacey. Actor Anthony Rapp told BuzzFeed that Spacey made a sexual advance on him 3 decades ago when Rapp was 14. More than a dozen other individuals subsequently came forward with claims of sexual harassment or assault, including an anonymous former actor who said Spacey tried to rape him when he was 14. Fallout. Spacey apologized to Rapp and also came out as gay, which was widely criticized. Netflix since announced that House of Cards would end and halted production on the 6th and final season. The Old Vic Theatre in London, where Spacey was artistic director, also opened a confidential tip line. Getty Images. Louis C.K. 5 women accused C.K. of masturbating in front of them or requesting to in a New York Times report. The comedian later admitted the allegations were true in a statement, stopping short of apologizing for the behavior. Fallout. HBO, Netflix, FX and TBS all cut ties with the comedian, dropping his projects from their networks. The premiere of his film, I Love You, Daddy, was cancelled, and he was cut from The Secret Life of Pets 2. His publicist, manager and touring agent all dropped him as a client. Getty Images. Dustin Hoffman. Anna Graham Hunter, who worked with Hoffman as a production assistant, said Hoffman attempted to grope her 4 times and made a lewd comment while on set. Fallout. Hoffman issued an apology, saying it was not reflective of who I am. Later that same day, a 2nd woman accused him of sexual harassment. Getty Images. Michael Oreskes. 2 women told The Washington Post Oreskes made unwanted sexual contact towards them while he was Washington bureau chief of the New York Times. Fallout. Oreskes was forced to resign as senior vice president of news and editorial director at NPR. Getty Images. Jeremy Piven. Actress Ariane Belomar, a former Playboy playmate, tweeted that Piven groped her on the set of Entourage and at the Playboy mansion, twice cornering and fondling her. Actress Cassidy Freeman later accused Piven of predatory behavior. Fallout. CBS is looking into this situation, and Piven has, unequivocally, denied the allegations and offered to take a polygraph test to prove his innocence. Getty Images. Ed Westwick. The Gossip Girl star has been accused of sexual assault by 2 women, including actress Christina Cohen, who said Westwick forced himself on her while she was napping at his house. Westwick denied the allegations, calling them provably untrue. Fallout. Westwick said he was cooperating with the authorities on an investigation to clear his name. Westwick was replaced on the BBC series Ordeal by Innocence, after originally pulling it from its schedule. Getty Images. Andy Dick. Sources close to the production, Raising Buchanan, told The Hollywood Reporter Dick's misconduct on set included kissing, licking, groping and making lewd propositions toward at least 4 members of the production. Fallout. Dick was fired from the production of Raising Buchanan, and from the film, Vampire Dad. Dick denied the groping claims but said it was possible he licked people. Getty Images. Roy Price. Amazon Studios head Price allegedly told The Man in the High Castle producer Issa Hackett, "You'll love my dick," during a cab ride. Fallout. Amazon placed Price on a leave of absence. Getty Images. Chris Savino. Several female employees at Nickelodeon accused the Loud House showrunner of sexual assault, with 12 other women accusing him of sexual misconduct and threats of being blacklisted. Fallout. Nickelodeon fired Savino, but will continue to air and produce the show. Savino has since apologized. Getty Images. Andrew Kramer. Lionsgate International COO Kramer was investigated for an accusation of inappropriate behavior toward a female assistant. Fallout. Kramer left Lionsgate, but the company's internal investigation was ruled inconclusive. Ken Baker. 3 women anonymously spoke with the rep claiming Baker, an E! News correspondent, sent inappropriate text messages and in one instance groped a woman at a party. Fallout. E! is investigating the accusations and Baker will not appear on air during the investigation. Baker said in a statement to the rep that the anonymous allegations are simply not true, and, frankly, are heartbreaking to hear. Ben Affleck. Affleck grabbed actress Hillary Burton's left breast while on air during an appearance together on MTV's Total Request Live. Fallout. Affleck wrote on Twitter, "I acted inappropriately toward Ms. Burton and I sincerely apologize." Getty Images. Andy Signore. Several women alleged sexual misconduct against Signore, the creator of the YouTube series Honest Trailers. Signore was accused of sexual assault, sending inappropriate messages and making lewd comments to employees. Fallout. His employers at Defy Media and Screen Junkies fired Signore following an investigation. Getty Images. Bill O'Reilly. After being fired from Fox News earlier in April, it was reported in October by the New York Times that O'Reilly paid $32 million to settle sexual harassment claims from a coworker. Fallout. O'Reilly told Matt Lauer he'd done absolutely nothing wrong, and that this was a political and financial hit job. Fox. Tyler Grasham. Actor Blaze Godby Lippman said Op agent Grasham fed him alcohol and sexually assaulted him when the actor was in his late teens. Actor Tyler Cornell filed a police report claiming the agent sodomized him. And teen Brady Lindsay described predatory behavior by Grasham. Fallout. Actors Finn Wolfhard and Cameron Boyce left the agency, and Grasham was fired. Rick Najera, director of the CBS Diversity Sketch Comedy Showcase, made inappropriate and lewd comments to coworkers in multiple instances. Actress Rachel Bloom sent an email to participants warning of his behavior. Fallout. Najera resigned from his role and issued a statement saying he was heartbroken and confounded by deliberate and cruel defamations. Getty Images. David Corn. Mother Jones, Washington bureau chief, was investigated for the second time in 3 years for claims of inappropriate physical conduct and rape jokes, in light of 2 emails from former staffers in 2014 and 2015, according Politico. Fallout. Mother Jones CEO said that, in the initial investigation, they determined there was no misconduct. Corn denied the allegations but said it was possible his past actions had been misinterpreted. Kurt Webster. Former country singer Austin Rick accused Webster, a veteran Nashville publicist, of repeatedly sexually assaulting, drugging and violating him in 2008 when Rick was 18. Fallout. Webster will step down from his company Webster Public Relations and the company's name will be changed. Getty Images. David Gulad. Actress Jessica Barth told the rep she was drugged and sexually assaulted by Gulad, the co-CEO of talent and literary management company Primary Wave Entertainment, back in 2012. 3 additional women later accused Gulad of rape. Fallout. Gulad announced he would take an immediate leave of absence from the company. Barth also approached the LAPD to revive her attempt to bring criminal charges. Hamilton Fish. Several female employees at the New Republic, where Fish is president and publisher, came forward about workplace interactions that have made an uncomfortable environment, according to the New York Times. Fallout. The magazine's owner Wynn McCormick asked Fish to remain on a leave of absence, pending an investigation. Getty Images. Adam Bennett. Actor Terry Crews disclosed on Twitter that a Hollywood executive groped his privates, and he named Bennett and described in detail to Good Morning America his accusation. Fallout. Crews departed WME and has filed a lawsuit against Bennett. The agency stripped him of his position as head of the motion picture group but has kept him as an agent. Getty Images. Leon Wieseltier, the legendary former New Republic editor, responded to multiple allegations of sexual harassment with a statement saying, "For my offenses against some of my colleagues in the past, I offer a shaken apology and ask for their forgiveness." Fallout. The financial backer of a culture magazine Wieseltier had planned to launch announced that the magazine was suspended. Jan Wenner. Rolling Stone founder Jan Wenner was accused of offering to trade sex for work by freelance journalist Ben Ryan. Wenner acknowledged the incident but denied any instance of quid pro quo. Matt Zimmerman, NBC Universal Senior Vice President for Booking, News. Fallout. Zimmerman has been fired for sexual misconduct from NBCU. NBC Universal. Andrew Kreisberg, the co-creator and executive producer of Arrow, The Flash, and Supergirl, is accused of sexual harassment and inappropriate physical contact with 15 women and 4 men over a number of years, many of whom worked on shows Kreisberg produced, according to Variety. Fallout. Warner Brothers. Television fired Kreisberg. Supergirl star Melissa Benoist along with other co-stars called for change in Hollywood following the allegations. Getty Images. Matthew Weiner, Mad Men writer Kater Gordon told The Information that Weiner once said to her that she owed it to him to let him see her naked while they were working alone together late at night. Fallout. Weiner denied the accusation through a spokesperson, saying, "He does not remember saying this comment, nor does it reflect a comment he would say to any colleague." Kevin Winter. Getty Images. Jeffrey Tambor Van Barnes, a transgender actress and former assistant to Tambor, posted a private accusation to her social media but had no additional comment for the media. Trace Lizette, another transparent actress, also came forward claiming Tambor sexually harassed her. Fallout. Amazon is conducting an investigation following reports that the show was exploring options to write Tambor's character out of the show. Tambor issued a statement stepping away from the show, though Amazon and Tambor have not come to an official decision to part ways. Getty Images. Richard Dreyfuss. Following Dreyfuss coming out in support of his son Harry's accusations against Kevin Spacey, writer Jessica Teich told Vulture that while working together, Dreyfuss exposed himself to her, made numerous advances over months and created an unsafe work environment. Fallout. Dreyfuss emphatically denied exposing himself but said he became in a hole in the late 70s and flirted with all the women. Getty Images. Gary Goddard. Actor Anthony Edwards said producer and director Goddard molested him when he was a child and raped his friend over the course of several years. In 2014, Goddard was named in a lawsuit that was later dropped by Michael Egan, alongside X-Men director Bryan Singer and 2 other executives, accusing them of sexually abusing him as a teenager. Fallout. Goddard has taken a leave of absence amid the allegations. Goddard's publicist Sam Singer unequivocally denied the accusation and said Goddard was a mentor, teacher and a friend to Edwards. Getty Images. George Takei. Model Scott R. Brunton told THR that after 2 drinks with Takei, he passed out and awoke with his pants down around his ankles and Takei was groping my crotch and trying to get my underwear off. Fallout. Takei said he was shocked and bewildered by the claims. A recent clip from The Howard Stern Show in which the host and Takei talk about grabbing men's genitals has since gone viral. Getty Images. Stephen Blackwell. Former intern Amy Rose Spiegel accused Blackwell, Billboard's chief strategy officer, of sexually harassing her when she was 19, along with other women who reported directly to him. Fallout. Blackwell resigned from his position with Billboard. Glenn Thrush. New York Times political reporter Glenn Thrush was accused of sexual misconduct by several female journalists. Vox had obtained text messages between Thrush and a 23-year-old journalist in a larger report alleging unwanted groping and kissing. Fallout. The Times suspended Thrush, but he will for now remain an MSNBC correspondent as they await the outcome of the Times investigation. Thrush issued a full statement. He's never offered mentorship or advice with an expectation of something in return, MSNBC Al Franken radio host Leanne Tweeden said, citing U.S. Senator Al Franken groped and kissed her without her consent during a 2006 USO tour. A second woman also came forward accusing Franken of inappropriately grabbing her. 6 women in all came forward. Fallout: Franken resigned from the Senate on December 7 after Democratic senators called on him to step down after a sixth accuser stepped forward to accuse him of an unwanted kiss. Franken also apologized to Tweeden, though he denied the specifics of some of the accusations against him. Getty Images: Murray Miller actress Aurora Perrinia filed a police report accusing Girls writer and executive producer Murray Miller of raping her when she was underage. Fallout: Miller's attorney said he categorically and vehemently denies Ms. Perrineau's outrageous claims. Girls creators Lena Dunham and Jenny Connor initially defended Miller, saying this was one of the 3% of assault cases that are misreported every year. She has retracted that statement. Getty Images: Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest was accused by an E! News wardrobe stylist of inappropriate behavior. The accusations have not been made public. Fallout: E! opened an investigation and Seacrest denied the allegations. ABC: Cameron Mitchell, the CAA agent, was accused of sexual harassment and assault by actress Demi Mann. Fallout: CAA fired Mitchell following an internal investigation. Mitchell emphatically denied Mann's accusations in a press statement. Mark Schwann. One Tree Hill star Hillary Burton said showrunner Mark Schwann forced himself on her on multiple occasions and issued a joint statement with the other women of the cast and crew. Fallout: Schwann was suspended by E! as the showrunner for The Royals. Getty Images: Russell Simmons. 3 women have came forward in mid-December to accuse Def Jam co-founder Russell Simmons of rape in an explosive New York Times article. The accusations followed model Carrie Clausen Kaligi saying in an LA Times article that Simmons sexually assaulted her in 1991 when she was 17 and that Brett Ratner watched. Screenwriter Jenny Lumet also came forward with an accusation saying Simmons forced himself into her home and intimidated her. Fallout: Simmons confirmed that he and Kaligi had met but said everything that happened was completely consensual. Since the Lumet accusation, Simmons has stepped aside from his companies and his name has been removed from HBO's all-deaf comedy. Getty Images: Charlie Rose. 8 women told The Washington Post that veteran newsman Charlie Rose engaged in a variety of unwanted sexual ways, including groping, making unwanted sexual advances and walking in front of them nude. Fallout: Rose issued an apology. CBS, Bloomberg and PBS have cut ties with him. Getty Images: John Lasseter. Former Pixar employee said in a Hollywood Reporter article that Oscar-winning animation boss John Lasseter made a habit of grabbing, kissing, making comments about physical attributes of women at the company. Fallout: Lasseter announced he would take a 6-month sabbatical from Disney and Pixar and apologized for missteps with staffers. Getty Images: Nick Carter. Melissa Schumann, a member of the all-girl pop group Dream, wrote in a blog post that Backstreet Boys singer Nick Carter raped her in his Santa Monica apartment in 2002. She wrote she was 18 and a virgin at the time. Fallout: Carter denied the allegations. Getty Images: Ethan Cath. Crystal Castle's singer Alice Glass accused her bandmate Ethan Cath, real name Claudio Palmieri, of physical, emotional, sexual and psychological abuse over many years. Glass detailed her history with Cath in a blog post on her website, explaining her decision to leave the band. Fallout: Cath issued a statement via his attorney to Pitchfork denying the accusations. "I am outraged and hurt by the recent statements made by Alice about me and our prior relationship," he said. "Her story is pure fiction and I am consulting my lawyers as to my legal options. Fortunately, there are many witnesses who can and will confirm that I was never abusive to Alice." Getty Images: Benny Medina. Actor Jason Dudley accused manager Benny Medina, whose clients include Jennifer Lopez and Mariah Carey, of attempting to rape him in 2008 in Medina's Los Angeles home. Fallout: Medina's attorneys told The Advocate he categorically denies the allegation of attempted rape. Getty Images: Twiggy Ramirez. Right. Jessica Adams, a singer for band Jack Off Jill, accused the former bandmate of Marilyn Manson, Twiggy Ramirez, real name Jordy White, of raping her while they were dating. Fallout: Manson said on Twitter that he would be parting ways with Ramirez. Getty Images: Terry Richardson. Celebrity photographer Terry Richardson was accused by model Emma J. Appleton of offering a photo shoot in exchange for sex. Fallout. Vogue said they will no longer work with Richardson, and he has been blacklisted from Condé Nast International. Getty Images. Steven Seagal. Several women, including Portia de Rossi, Jenny McCarthy, Juliana Margiles, Eva LaRue and model Fabiola Dettis, accused Steven Seagal of sexual harassment and assault, including exposing himself and asking them to undress during auditions. Fallout. Seagal has not responded to the allegations. Getty Images. Sylvester Stallone. A Daily Mail article said a police report had accused Sylvester Stallone of sexual assault against a 16-year-old girl back in 1986. It went on to say that the unnamed teen was intimidated into having sex with Stallone and his bodyguard, Michael DeLuca. Fallout. Stallone's publicist said the report was a ridiculous, categorically false story, and Stallone's spokesperson said, at no time was Mr. Stallone ever contacted by any authorities or anyone else regarding this matter. Getty Images. Tom Sizemore. According to The Hollywood Reporter, actor Tom Sizemore was told to leave a film set in 2003 after an 11-year-old actress told her mother Sizemore had touched her genitals. He returned to the set for reshoots after the child's parents declined to press charges. A dozen cast and crew members confirmed to THR that Sizemore was sent home. Fallout. Sizemore denied the allegations at the time, and the actress, now 26, declined to comment to THR. Getty Images. Bob Weinstein. Left. Bob Weinstein, brother to Harvey, was accused of sexual harassment by TV producer Amanda Siegel, who said Weinstein repeatedly invited her to his home and hotel room over the course of a 3-month period. Fallout. Spike TV told the Associated Press they are investigating the claims. Getty Images. Evan Stevens Hall. Evan Stevens Hall, the singer and songwriter behind the indie rock band Pine Grove, wrote in a statement on the band's Facebook page that he was accused of sexual coercion. Hall wrote that he monumentally misread the situation and caused someone I care about deep emotional pain, and I'm so sorry. Fallout. Pine Grove has cancelled their upcoming tour. Getty Images. Matt Lauer. The longtime Today Show host was accused of inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. A staffer issued NBC News chairman a detailed complaint. Fallout. Lauer was fired from Today. Getty Images. David Sweeney. 3 female journalists at NPR filed complaints of sexual harassment against NPR chief news editor David Sweeney, including Sweeney attempting to give unexpected and unwanted kisses and gifts. Fallout. Sweeney departed NPR following an internal review of his conduct. Geraldo Rivera. Bette Midler said that Geraldo Rivera and an unnamed producer once groped her, shoved her into a bathroom and forced poppers under her nose. Midler detailed the account in a 1991 interview with Barbara Walters that has gone viral. Fallout. Rivera issued an apology to Midler and other women named in his Tawdry memoir. Fox News issued a statement saying that a series of Rivera's tweets criticizing Matt Lauer do not reflect the views of Fox News or its management. Getty Images. Jeffrey Rush. Australia's Daily Telegraph published a statement from the Sydney Theatre Company saying it had received a complaint alleging that Mr. Jeffrey Rush had engaged in inappropriate behavior during a 2015 production of King Lear, after the paper reported that an unnamed actress had accused Rush of touching her inappropriately. Fallout. Rush denied the unspecified accusations. Rush announced he would step aside from his duties as president of the Australian Academy of Cinema and Television Arts and sued the Australian newspaper that reported them. A lawyer for Rush wrote to the Rep, Mr. Rush has not been the subject of any sexual misconduct allegations as implied by your article. Getty Images. Paul Haggis. In a civil suit filed in December 2017, publicist Haley Breest accused the Oscar-winning director of Crash was accused of rape. Subsequently, 3 more women came forward with accusations of sexual misconduct, including one other case of assault. Fallout. Haggis denied the first rape allegation in a countersuit, and his lawyer responded to the second wave of accusations by saying, he didn't rape anybody. Getty Images. Andy Rubin. Android creator Andy Rubin was investigated by Google for an inappropriate relationship with a subordinate during his time at the tech giant, according to the information. Fallout. Rubin is taking a 1-month leave of absence from his role as CEO of the smartphone company Essential for personal reasons. The Google investigation found Rubin's behavior was improper and showed bad judgment. Getty Images. Israel Horovitz. 9 women came forward in a New York Times report to accuse playwright Israel Horovitz of sexual misconduct, including one woman who said Horovitz pressed her against a wall and forcefully kissed her when she was 16. Another woman says she was raped by Horovitz when she was 19. Fallout: Horovitz said he has a different memory of these events and apologized. His son, Adam Horovitz, said in his own statement, "I believe the allegations against my father are true, and I stand behind the women that made them." The Times adds that the Gloucester Stage Company, where he served as a founding artistic director, has cut ties with Horovitz. Getty Images. Garrison Keillor, the former host of A Prairie Home Companion, was accused of inappropriate behavior. Fallout: Keillor was fired by Minnesota Public Radio. A Prairie Home Companion will continue under a new title and with a new host, and NPR will no longer broadcast old episodes of the show. Keillor says he was fired for touching a woman's bare back. Getty Images. James Levine. 3 men accused the Metropolitan Opera conductor James Levine of sexually assaulting them as teenagers. The accusations date back to 1968, with claims that Levine masturbated in front of 2 of the men and sexually abused another. Fallout: the Met has suspended Levine, cancelled his upcoming performance dates and hired an outside law firm to investigate the allegations. Robert Altman for the New York Times. Robert Knepper, a former costume designer, accused Prison Break actor Robert Knepper of sexual assault in 1991, telling The Hollywood Reporter he shoved her against the wall, reached under her dress and grabbed her crotch. 4 more women have since come forward accusing Knepper of sexual misconduct, including one who says Knepper forced oral sex on him in 2010. Fallout: Knepper will remain as a series regular on the CW series, iZombie, after an internal investigation by Warner Bros. TV found no evidence of wrongdoing on set for the show. Knepper said in a statement to THR the accusations against him are false. Getty Images. Harold Ford Jr. Harold Ford Jr., a managing director at Morgan Stanley and an on-air contributor at MSNBC, was accused of grabbing a female reporter he had a professional relationship with and routinely harassing her. Fallout: Morgan Stanley fired Ford from his position with the company. Ford said in a statement, "This simply did not happen," adding that he would sue both the accuser and Morgan Stanley. MSNBC. Jen Healy, Disney's director of music publishing, was charged with 3 counts of felony sex abuse involving 2 underage girls from a decade ago. Fallout: Disney suspended Healy from his position. Healy pleaded not guilty to the charges at an arraignment. Getty Images. Mario Batali. 4 women accused celebrity chef Mario Batali of sexual misconduct and groping over 2 decades. Fallout: ABC removed Batali from the show, The Chew, and Batali said he would step away from the day-to-day management of his Batali. Getty Images. Ryan Lizzie. The New Yorker found in an investigation that contributor Ryan Lizzie had engaged in what we believe was improper sexual conduct. Fallout: The New Yorker fired Lizzie and CNN, where he is also an on-air contributor, said Lizzie won't be allowed on air as they look into the matter. Lizzie issued a statement saying his firing was a terrible mistake and involved a respectful relationship with a woman Lizzie was dating. PBS Frontline. Tavis Smiley. An investigation conducted by PBS found that TV personality Smiley engaged in sexual relationships with his subordinates, following reports by 10 male and female witnesses, several of them former employees. Fallout: PBS indefinitely suspended Smiley's talk show program following the accusations. Smiley criticized PBS's investigation and said he was not provided due process or informed of the investigation. "This has gone too far," he said. Getty Images. Johnny Uzzini. Pastry chef and judge of the Great American Baking Show, Uzzini was accused of inappropriate behavior by 4 unnamed former female employees during his time at the Manhattan restaurant Jean Georges.